Hey, welcome into Laying Down the Law, presented by the Orlando Law Group. The answers provided on this show do not constitute actual legal advice and do not create an attorney-client relationship. For legal advice, please call the Orlando Law Group's office at 407-512-4394. That's 407-512-4394. Our guest on today's show, Sonia Narvaez, President and CEO at CPA and Accounting and Tax Services, with over 20 years of business experience here in Orlando. Let's get back to our conversation with Jennifer and Sonia.
Okay, so is that what you're thinking, that we're going to have to go back and redo the 2020 tax return, or just that in 2021 you'll kind of have like that huge windfall of income on there that you're going to have to pay taxes on?
Well, I would, since the loan is not officially forgiven until 2021, that would be, as a cash basis taxpayer, that would be when your loan, that's when you would make the adjustment. Now, this is a very different act, and there's been so many things that could happen. They could come out saying, yes, you can go back and reverse it. Normally, it wouldn't be like that, but we do not have a final definition on that just yet.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, and there's going to be a lot of judgment call. And that's what we basically will have to do. And like Jen, is like you sit and you listen to a case and you go back and forth. What do I do with this? So we do the same thing. Just try to apply it to the tax law and go from there. There's actually net operating losses that can go and be applied to prior years that the CARES Act is actually allowing you to. So you can go and apply losses from 2018, 19, and 20 to previous years. So let's say you had a loss in 2016, and then you had profit in 18. You can go forward and apply them back, and it's really going to create a great amount of tax work for businesses with losses that they can retroactively go back into and applying them so they can get refunds for their taxes.
To do that, do you have to go redo those tax years? Like, do you have to file an amended return?
Yeah, you will have to file an amended return, yes.
Okay, so it's probably, with all the changes that happened this year, even if you're somebody who doesn't get an accountant to do your stuff, or you just get somebody like kind of a tax preparer, it might be worth having a CPA look at everything going back a few years.
Definitely. Under these circumstances, definitely. Each year will have to be evaluated, and shouldn't be that complicated. As long as you have those losses, you should be able to go back and apply them to years that you had income and receive that money back. It is unusual, it's under the CARES Act, but it's a great tool. And this is what they're trying to do, just trying to get rightfully back to people money and funds and taxes that they paid. And just a different way to helping the small business especially.
I'm trying to decide how to deal with my PPP loan this year also, but you're basically, in general, you're telling your clients to just kind of keep it there as a loss on your books, and then we'll see if maybe there's some other treatment that the IRS comes up with before we file taxes for 2021.
As a loan, yes. As a loan on your books.
You're listening to Laying Down the Law, presented by the Orlando Law Group. The answers given on this show do not constitute as legal advice and do not create an attorney-client relationship. For legal advice, you can call the Orlando Law Group's office at 407-512-4394. That's 407-512-4394. More with our guest, Sonia Narvaez, President and CEO at CPA and Accounting Tax Services, over 20 years right here in Orlando, coming up on WDBO.